I know.
I mean.
32.
Yeah, and just that, of course.
All right, I'd like to call the regular meeting to order at 5:32 PM.
Buddy Gordon,
Yes.
Tim Hand,
Yes.
Max Bluey.
Yep.
James Cartwright.
Here.
Eileen Ordway, Jamie. Here. Michelle. Here. Thank you.
We all stand for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I need a motion to approve the revised agenda, which you can see is all underlined. Yes. The second with the motion, James with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Presentations to the board. We have the legislative club on their trip to Albany.
You can talk to these guys.
Okay. So before we begin, just like to say that 19 middle school delegates came with us to Albany, and then Addie Brock came as a high school resource officer. Yeah, come on. I saw my paid presentations. Okay, so my group and Attica's standing by state, which consisted of me, Stephen Doherty, Zachary Irish, Ivan Bozan, William Campbell, and then Attica Weinblatt, and our bill was passed. And then slowing the speed limit at Ben's, which had Lacey Dean, Serenity Easton, Jasmine Oss, Zachariah Line, and Alyssa McGaughy, which this bill was unfortunately denied, but it was a very great bill. And then juvenile records cleared, which had Madison Mahoney, Lillian Mountain, Malia Scott, Fiona Marble, and then this bill was also unfortunately denied, which is also a beautiful bill. And then abandoned buildings turned into government property, which had Braden Graves, Avery Jones, Blake Sheardon, Brigham Basant, and then this bill was passed.
Accomplishments out of the 4 outstanding bills we took with us to Albany. 2 bills were happily passed. Another achievement, Melody Johnson was being elected as Speaker of the Assembly, which took a lot of work. She needed to write a speech and talk in front of hundreds of other delegates, which takes a lot of nerve.
How many middle school students were at the conference this year?
It was like 500 plus students, and then more counting the adults there.
Do you remember how many people ran for office?
I think it was like either 9 or 13ish.
They elected 9 and they had over 20 students give speeches to be elected.
Nice.
Melody was elected to the 3rd highest position, which means out of all of those elected, she earned the 3rd most amount of votes among her peers.
Good job.
Questions for them?
On the last bill, you guys remember the pros and cons of the government taking over abandoned buildings?
Because we were in that good.
Some of them?
Do you know?
Well, yeah. Spence says November.
You didn't know there was gonna be a quiz.
That's all right if you can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, they split all of our groups up, which is, it's difficult for us with 4 groups and only 3 adults
You'll
to
see
go.
the 3 of us running around the Capitol building trying to get videos of all of them.
Capitol building, but it's huge, and they sit in the chambers of the Assembly and in the Senate and in hearing rooms, which are the whole other side of the Capitol building. So they don't get to see each other's, and we try to get to everybody's to see them, but it's difficult if you only have 2 or 3 adults to get to every single group of kids. So we make a good attempt though.
What was your favorite part of the experience?
Well, I met a lot of kids there, so that was really fun. And then getting to see the Capitol building was like fascinating.
It wasn't the speaking in front of everybody. That was your favorite?
Sounds like you did a good job.
It was fun, just nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Did you get to meet any senators or representatives or?
No.
We did have one representative.
Oh, yeah.
They just had to extend so at that time, the chambers of the New York State government were on recess. So they have one member come in to hold a ceremonial vote to maintain that recess every single day. So I'm not sure if any of the groups here, you guys got to see it. So they all had to rise while that person extended the recess of the chamber.
I think we've been doing this for 10 years. And it's
10 years.
Yeah.
And we're one of the founding schools of the
For the
middle school
middle school.
program. We've got
But-
every year.
It's cool because it's the same sergeant of arms.
Yes.
And it's really cool because he comes in and he opens session and he greets the kids, and they really get to see and get the whole spiel about a government building and participating in government and how important it is. So it's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Good job,
Okay,
guys. Thank you
thank
very
you.
much. We'll be prepared for a quiz next
Oh,
year.
you did. Yeah. You're gonna be prepared for your quiz next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Bye.
Can I get a motion for minutes for the work session dated January 27th? Got James, then Max. Any questions, comments, concerns on the minutes? All in favor?
Right.
Opposed? Carried. Administrative data reports.
All right.
You always sound so happy when it says.
It's minimized. This is Lawson. Am I gonna be able to get back to mine? Is this mine?
It's yours. Do you want me to push the Google button for you? You got it.
I got it. Thank you. I just have to find the right month.
have all twisted, yeah. And as soon as it was like, I'm like, oh my God. It's crazy. That was my.
Oh.
Oh.
Didn't look. I tried to go from.
I don't think she will.
What trip is she going on? Technical difficulties.
Beach trip. Same right? Not same.
Yeah, it didn't bring it up for whatever reason.
I got you. I don't know. She wanted that. That was good. Now you figure out which
Go to
one.
Willy Wonka.
I'm just looking. That should be at the next show.
Ironically.
Thanks, Mrs. Slauson.
You're welcome.
All right, so welcome to the February data presentation from the admin team. You know, we always gotta back up our data. Had a lot of issues here a couple weeks ago with some heat due to some moving of some things in the data closet, so back up and know where you're supposed to plug in each cord. That's my lesson for today. Okay, I wanted to share these pictures about students being front and center. You want to say anything about this, Mrs. Donlin?
Sure, it's National CTE Month. So Mr. Hopkins over at the BOE Center took and sent these pictures to us, and I just thought they were so great. So our juniors, let's see, juniors on the left and seniors on the right of our GV kids that attend a technical center.
Yeah.
Because, you know, every decision we make at school should keeping students at the front and center. So it was great pictures to start tonight. So I wanted to give you some quarter two data from the nurse's office. So in quarter two, the nurses had 3,015 visits to the nurse's office. So if you think that that's about 45 days of school, if I could do that math, that's a lot of visits every single day. So the nurse's office has been doing a phenomenal job. I'm sure you all know how bad the flu has been running through this place and probably your homes and your workplaces. So they do a great job of keeping us all safe and healthy. So there's just some data from the nurse's office.
Quite the increase from last year, right? It's like,
Yeah, so you can see here's last year. So it's about 400 more than last year. Yep, in the comparison. Digging and more digging. Willie is getting his new bus lift. So I thought you'd like to see some pictures. This was the first day they brought in to start digging because they had pulled out the lifts that go down like 6 feet into the ground. And this hole, it's almost 7 feet. So I was gonna sing the song Digging Up Bones, but I'll save you all that.
He did earlier.
I did earlier. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Let's hope there's football.
No. So the plan is to get the concrete in the bus garage poured, and then it has to cure for 30 days. So we're using SIO for our large vehicles right now for any maintenance and repair that has to be done. So very exciting news for Mr. Weaver because this has been on his bucket list for a while. So just thought you'd like to see the pit we now call the bus garage. PBIS information.
Okay, I actually can read it back here, so I really don't.
Well, you can stay.
The January word was acceptance. February's word of the month is trustworthy. There is going to be an assembly at the end of this month. So students that receive the award for the acceptance and trustworthy, those both will be at the end of this month after break. Teachers are continuing to hand out PAWS for good behavior. Mrs. Brett, Mrs. Herbury, and our intern, Miss Doxy, they go around to classrooms and do the paw wheel that continues all year long. And then students are, they pick a name based off of how many paws they have, and then they get to spin the wheel and then get a prize, which I really love the slide.
I will say the first assembly, it was Halloween, they were all dressed up.
Yes.
The second assembly was ugly sweater day, everyone was dressed up. So it'll be very disappointing if there's not a dress up day
I
this
think
time.
it's not on a Monday.
Well, you better choose one because what would it be without it?
Do something.
Okay, we wanted to give you a little update on attendance. And so this is some data from a January 2025 presentation that was made to the New York State Board of Regents about the impact, what the impact of the pandemic had across the state regarding attendance and chronic absenteeism. Remember, chronic absenteeism is if a student is absent for 10% of the school year, which is 18 days. And it doesn't matter why they were absent. Like an absence is an absence according to state regs. So you can see that the average chronic absenteeism used to be like 17, 18%, and it jumped all the way up to 32.6% across the state after COVID. And so one of the things I want to make everyone aware of is ESSA is the Every Student Succeeds Act, and they have all these indicators that they use to determine a school and a school district's placement on lists for needs of improvement. I will be at BOCES on Friday to receive our data for this year and to get some training on reading the data. But attendance is a new indicator this year. So they used to only look at chronic absenteeism, but now the state is going to just be looking at attendance across the board, not just the number of kids who are chronically absent. And so it's really important that we think about attendance and addressing attendance issues as what the guidance the state gives us, what we do as a district, and then what we do as like individual schools in addressing attendance issues. So I wanted to share with you, I shared this with you at the 10-week mark. And so this is the data for the 20-week mark. So remember, chronic absenteeism is 10% or 18 days. So halfway through the school year, any student that has been absent 9 days from school is on track to be chronically absent because we're halfway through. Okay. So right now we have 9 students, 2% of our student population that are already chronically absent. If that holds true and we're at 4% at the end of the school year, if the state average is 26 and we're at 4, that's amazing. Those are amazing numbers. Right now, these, any student in a column 9 and above who are on track to be chronically absent, that's 61. If this continued, we would be at 12.95%. We would still be half of what the state average was last year. So what that means to me is kids are coming to school and kids want to be here.
Good.
And that's a really great thing. And you can see there's even some grade levels where we don't have anyone yet who is chronically absent. We don't even have seniors who are chronically absent yet. That's amazing, right? So,
Does the state look first to their senior year, or they put in pre-K 3 and kindergarten 2? Is that?
yeah, pre-K 3, pre-K 4 and kindergarten are this different color because they're not calculated in the state numbers because mandatory school age is 6, which is first grade. So that's why I have those shaded differently. I've included the numbers just because, you know, it shows if a student is chronically absent in kindergarten, they're probably going to be chronically absent in first grade and so on. But these numbers are really good. Like we should be really proud of our staff and how kids want to be here. So I just wanted to share that data with you today. I'm pretty impressed. And this again was from that New York State Board of Regents presentation, that there's many different factors that play into why kids don't come to school. And as we address attendance issues, it's really important that we look at all the different factors that play into why a student might not be here. All right, discipline data. We shared discipline data for marking period 1. The elementary had 110 referrals, the high school had 49. This marking period, the elementary is down to 75 and the middle high school was at 37. So I know the ladies don't feel it that deal with discipline, including Ms. Roberts, but the numbers went down this marking period. You can see that the top 3 infractions and then the top 3 consequences that were issued for students with disciplinary concerns.
Is that a common trend at the beginning of school because they're got to get situated, socialized?
Yeah, then I think we'll probably see another spike. Knock on wood, but
After the breaks and when the weather turns nice.
Third quarter is rough.
Third quarter's rough, yeah.
And probably by the end, I mean, there'd probably be only 2 or 3. Right?
let's hope. Yeah, that'd be great.
You're here every day.
All right, and now some principal updates. You have to get closer to read this one.
Yeah.
You're on the left. I'm first.
Okay. Ooh, I really should wear my glasses. Okay, so we did a math fact frenzy for those of you that might not know what it is. The students go down to the auditorium and they get to race and answer a bunch of math facts and the kids love it. And they do it for, it's 7 minutes. And so there's teams and then they get a winner at the end of it. So that day there were over 1,000 math facts answered correctly. So that was really great.
Let's do that again before the math state assessment to.
Yes, actually, we are doing it again, and I can't remember when. Kindergarten visited the Challenger Center. That's one of the field trips that we often take advantage of because it goes through a coaster. It's really neat. The kids enjoy it. So kindergarten did that. They had a lot of fun. Student Council did a hot chocolate day for all of our students to celebrate National Hot Chocolate Day. They also did candygrams, and that was, all those were, the money and everything was collected. $905 was collected. 181 roses will be handed out and 173 lollipops. So yes, that'll be happening on Friday. We are hosting a Valentine's Day dance for grades pre-K through 3rd grade on Thursday this week. So come enjoy the hour of chaos. And then we also did Valentine's Day cards for senior citizens. So they actually had someone come pick them up on Monday. Several classrooms did it. It was really cute. But all the kids were like, where are these going? Who are these for? You know, they wanted to take them home and they're like, someone that doesn't have cards. And so it's really sweet. Next up, T-ball, softball, baseball signups. That's coming out. Basketball is winding down. And then Friday is the 100th day of school. So don't be surprised if you see pictures of our staff dressed up as grandma and grandpas. That's all I got.
Okay, on Friday, January 30th, the middle school and high school students visited 9 different stations, hearing about the electives that are going to be offered next year by those teachers. That went really well. It was rapid fire. It was 10 minutes at each station, but they learned a lot about the classes that we are hoping to offer next year. Planning for the 26-27 school year, full speed ahead. We're gonna be on the universal schedule with most of the rest of the county, and so we've been spending a lot of time looking at that and our schedule too. We had our honor roll celebration last week, the 7th and 8th graders, and then we had the 9th through 12th graders. They had brownie sundaes and we raffled off prizes. The guidance department really spearheaded that. And tomorrow is the National Honor Society induction at the CTE Center. So Dr. Kennard and I will be going over to see who from Genesee Valley is being inducted. It's always a surprise. So it's nice to kind of go over and see which ones of our kids are sitting in
We're gonna ride the gator through the woods to get there tomorrow.
Might be warm enough.
And clubs and classes are, well underway. Advisors are working hard to bring high quality experience to our students. So. And we're also having a dance. I didn't think of this, but on there, but the 7th and 8th graders are having a dance Friday night, 6 to 8. Anybody who wants to
A lot of dancing.
chaperone, everybody's welcome. Yeah.
All right, that's our admin presentation for today. Any questions on any of that?
Oh, thank you, guys.
All right,
Excellent.
keeping you informed.
We like.
We should.
Board committee reports. Do we have any of them? I don't think we really met much, have we?
Yeah.
Lots coming up this month.
All right.
That's not pleasant.
All right, we'll go on to financial reports. I can leave that to Dr. Kennard.
Okay, I'm now gonna move to the chair of business official. So, finance, huh?
Change your hat.
Yep, financial reports, so, the financial reports, there's nothing really outstanding to note. Again, some of the reports you'll be caught up on a couple months next month, after Ms. Ostrander is back. You'll see if you looked at the financials, the credit cards, our new processes and procedures are working very well. The credit card usage is way down. Everything is fully above board and itemized. So I'm really happy with those things that we put into place. The requisitions for the 26-27 school year were all due to administrators last Friday. So we are enjoying the new process and the spreadsheet that's been created. We had discussions about that today in many avenues. I do want to just point out that the warrants report is there for you to look at. We did have an issue this month with a payment to a vendor that where somebody tried to engage in check fraud. It was caught very early. It was not paid out. We have everything is all set with Community Bank, and we've now put additional levels of fraud protection into place for district accounts. It's something called positive pay, where a listing of all the checks that have been written by the district will now be sent to the bank. There's a way that's done so that they can see what those are, so they can expect what is going to be coming in for cashing. So,
There was no issue. Changing accounts.
no, we didn't actually end up having to change accounts or anything like that. And thank you to the gentleman from the sheriff's department who came and helped me with some of that the other day. So came to our attention on Friday, and by Monday afternoon, we had it completely taken care of. So
Did you guys implement the ECH portion of the positive pay or just the check portion?
At this point, I'm gonna say, I don't know. All I got from Miss Ostrander was a text today that said that she instituted the positive pay.
What was the other one? Jamie?
ACH, so like anytime you've ever received a check from someone.
Yeah,
You've got your bank account numbers on there. You
right.
go online and pay your credit card.
Yeah, right.
Put it in there. So the check numbers will do absolute, like, check numbers have to match the check number. If
Yes.
it's not there, you have to go in and request, like, say it's okay.
Yeah,
ACH will be like anything that's come to the bank account that was paid ACH will come up for you to review.
oh, I get it.
And you can set like, this is okay. You can set rules that says like, if you're paying
Amounts and things like that.
like the federal government, this amount every week,
Yeah.
like, those are okay, but some things will stand out, like,
Okay,
and then you could go in and reject it
yeah.
if need be. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys pay a lot ACH.
I don't
think
believe I
that's
do.
enough, but I mean, even if you don't, if anyone who's ever received a check from you guys
Whoever did.
can
have
go
you
pay
looked at the check
ACH.
was Pretty talented.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It
And
was
we're,
a
and you
pretty
know,
good-
I'm really thankful that the place where the individual went to try to cash the check was a local federal credit union in the Albany area, and they caught it right away and immediately reached out. So it saved a lot, you know, of hassle and things, but it did make us aware of an area where we needed to beef things up a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah.
Was a very interesting afternoon last Friday. Yep, that's it for my
That's
financial.
all you
report.
got?
That's all I got.
Thank you very much. All right, can I get a motion to approve the treasurer's reports?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Tim with a second. Any questions, comments, concerns on the treasurer report? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. You gotta get a motion to approve the warrant report. Motion. Act for the motion.
I'll second.
Michelle with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with the warrant? All in favor? Opposed? Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll motion.
A second. Michelle with the motion. Second. Down to B. Approve contract for service.
We got about a.
Oh, I skipped it. I was just trying to figure out this new finagle thing. I kinda enjoy it, but I screwed it up still. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Under B, it's on the agenda, approved contract for services. That's was on the joke here, then. I get a motion on that?
So moved.
Then with the motion,
Awesome.
Max with the second.
No, James.
Oh, James, sorry. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Personal action items. I need a motion to amend. Yeah, Mr. Got it. Max with the motion.
I'll second.
Joe with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I need to appoint a motion to appoint special education teacher. Can see it, Mr.
I'll move.
Tim with the motion. Amy with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I need a motion to accept the retirement resignation of Paula Roberts. Down with the motion.
No, go ahead.
Next will be second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? Favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion. carried.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm Jillian.
Yeah.
I wish I was there with you.
2 months.
Can I get a motion to grant tenure to Michael Meek? Jamie with the motion,
I'll second.
Tim with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? All in favor?
Okay.
Opposed? Can I get a motion to appoint teacher aide position, Ryan Helm?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Michelle with the motion, Max with the second. Any questions, concerns with Ryan? All in favor?
Okay.
Opposed? Right, $7, only 6 months. Can I get a motion to accept the resignation from junior class co-advisor Karen Flynn?
We got Tim.
We got Tim. Max with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns on that? Favor?
Okay.
Opposed? Motion carried. Can I get a motion to appoint leave of absence to Patrick Conklin?
Motion.
Max with the motion,
I'll second.
James with the second. Any questions, comments, concerns with that? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Informational and discussion. Leave that to Dr. Canal.
So, there's a number of upcoming, committee meetings. So the health and wellness is this Thursday, the 12th. Policy review committee is Monday, the 23rd. Budget personnel negotiations is Thursday, the 26th. And then governance will be on Tuesday, March 3rd. And then Thursday, March 5th is the athletic committee meeting that will be here at GB. We also have set for Wednesday, March 4th to be the Board of Education Spring Classroom Visit Day. So the principals are working to get a schedule set up for that. It will be from 9 to 11 that day. So if you are able and want to sign up to come in that day, we'd love to have you to see some things going on around the building. Some other informational things. At our February 27th work session, we discussed the draft 26-27 school calendar. That will be up for vote by you next month at the board meeting. I did want to share that a couple weeks ago, I was at the CA BOCES superintendent's winter retreat. And I did bring up to the BOCES administration that almost all the schools in Allegheny County are starting before Labor Day on their draft calendars, but BOCES wasn't starting until after Labor Day for students. So I did ask Scott Payne and his team to reevaluate their opening day to accommodate, the vast majority of Allegheny County students who will be in school. So BOCES was originally going to adopt the calendar at their meeting last week, and they postponed that. So I'm hoping that BOCES will have their calendar approved and then before our next meeting, and we can look at that. We've received the annual premium that's due for the GVCS stand at the fair. And if I recall correctly, when we talked about this topic during the board retreat in July, there was some discussion that maybe the district should be paying that annual fee instead of having it come out of the student club account. So that bill is not actually due until like May 1st, so we have time. But I just wanted to because that was something that we kind of discussed. So if that's something that we want to move forward with, we can do a motion at next month's meeting to cover that cost for the club.
Yeah.
I believe it's like $1,100 and it comes for the fee for having the stand there. And then there's also so many passes that come to be able to be used with that. I am going to say that all of the admin are going to go have lunch there on July 22nd. So if you
Thank
want to
you.
join us.
Okay.
I'm gonna make them all go.
Good.
March Professional Development Day is well underway of planning. Miss Roberts, has done a great job, working with myself and Ann Campbell from BOCES. We're gonna have a lot of great wellness activities that afternoon. If you want to learn pickleball basics, I guess that's available. You want? And we're also in the final stages of the summer professional development calendar. It's very full, and I think there's I went over it today with both principals and our curriculum coordinator. We have a lot of great things we're going to be offering this summer. And then when Ms. Ostrander gets back next week, we'll be having some conversations about where we can go with student programming for this summer. So look for more information to come on that.
For the Health and Wellness Committee meeting, it's this Tuesday, February 12th. We meet Thursday.
Yes,
And
and then the next one should be Monday, February 23rd.
Monday.
I have those dates on. What'd you do? Do I have permission to remove the February 10th? I copied and pasted and didn't check it. I apologize.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I had it right.
One bar of my head.
It's kind of there. It's there enough to where I
Okay.
know what it's saying.
That's my update.
Any
Okay.
questions? Any other questions on the information we discussed? Well, at this time, I'd like to get a motion to enter executive session. James of the motion,
I'll second.
Charles the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 6:09 PM.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Thank you.
6.
See you tomorrow.